Coverage continues. We are here on the showroom floor, now at QSC, and I'm with Jason. You are the Pro Audio Talent Manager.
Correct. Training manager.
Training manager.
I'll take talent. That's fine.
Future talent after the training.
That's right.
And so QSC is a brand that everybody knows, everybody loves, everybody uses. Tell us what's new, what you're excited about this year at NAMM.
Yeah. So what we're really excited about this year is L-Class. L-Class is right here. There are two models. We'll get into it in a minute, but essentially this is our latest active line array. It is kind of falls under a category that we created called Simply Brilliant. We've designed it so that it is accessible and usable to any level of user. There's a lot of complexity and ingenuity that has gone into it, but you know, we really wanted to create something that anybody could use, anybody could set up and get going and get a good sound relatively quickly, no matter what your skill level. And I think that's what we achieved. So some of the highlights here are going to be the rigging system.
Yeah.
This is what we call our rapid deploy rigging. It works. Check it out.
Can you demo that?
Yeah, absolutely. So setting up a line array can be, historically is a little bit cumbersome. You're working with, like dog ear positioning and pins on lanyards and stuff like that. You got to support the weight sometimes, or you got to get the pin in there, and it's a pain. So with this, one person can actually do this all by themselves. It's very simple. I'm going to disconnect my top box here. So first, if we want to collapse our angle down, I can engage these paddles here, and that will allow me to adjust my angle back down.
What?
Yeah. Or, up into whatever position I need it to go to. All right. So I'm going to go back down here, and I'm going to show you what it's like to take this thing off. So if I want to remove this, I'm going to activate these locking levers here. I'm going to switch that all the way up, and that's going to
and they're so easy to. It says move, and you put it on move.
Right there.
Yeah.
Like you can't get it wrong.
There's lock, add, and move.
Exactly, and we'll talk about the add in a second. So we moved it up to unlock there, and that frees up the back. Now that's loose, okay? I have to come around the front. All right, I'm gonna grab the side handles here. I'm gonna swing it towards me, and then I'm gonna lift it off. See the hooks there?
Yeah.
The hooks, grab onto the stretch, and then watch this. So put it back. That easy. That's all it takes.
And then if I do this, I just hit lock, boom.
Yeah. So rapid deploy.
Yeah.
That is one of the things we're very excited about in this line array in particular, but it doesn't stop there. Just real quick before we move on from that middle add position. So you're going to use that in the event of a flown array. So this is a ground stack. So we're adding from the top. When you're flying it, you're going to add from the bottom, right? So after you hook the front strikes on, these hooks will actually support the weight. So you're going to be hooking here. From the bottom, you can, once those are hooked on, you can let go and you're like half connected. So the bottom loudspeaker is going to swing on those front hooks, but it's supported. You put the locking lever in the add position, and that's going to activate some internal spring-loaded pins so that when you bring that back up, it connects automatically and latches. So then you can let go at that point and complete the lock.
Whoa. Okay. So if you're hanging them, does this can you still do it by yourself where you're creating the curve at the bottom?
Sure can. Yes. The cool thing about that is, again, so you're working from the bottom up in that regard. You activate the paddles, you make your adjustment, and you move up. The other cool thing is you can actually activate all of the paddles up the entire array, grab the bottom one, and lift up, and everything adjusts in one motion.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive.
And they all adjust together? How does that work whenever,
So once the paddle is engaged, it's free to move up or down into the next available angle position. Every time you step through an angle, it relocks.
Yeah.
So it's like a stepping motion. So whatever position it's in, when you activate all the paddles, each one just moves up to its next available position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Smith machine or something.
Yeah, something like that. Exactly. Yeah.
This is so cool. I mean, like the stagehands everywhere are rejoicing with how easy this is.
One person. So, think rental production. You can send a line array out with one person. You don't have to have an A2 or even an A3 in order to kind of get a ground stack or even a flown array setup. One dude can go out, or gal, can go out, construct the array, and then beyond that, they can actually also tune it very easily. So that's the second piece of technology that I want to talk about. We call it aware. What happens when you apply power to the array is there's IR windows here with communication links. So once they come on, they can actually talk to each other. They can call out, and then using an internal accelerometer, it's able to determine how many boxes it is, as well as what angle each one of them is at specific. And so it can basically figure out its complete configuration. Then once it knows that, it can offer a preset that's been pre-calculated by our engineering team that will optimize it for whatever configuration it is in. So you don't have to tune it by yourself. There's no more kind of, okay, calculating all of your arcuate, calculating your display and how many boxes you have, EQing everything, kind of just getting everything to behave properly in a line array configuration. This does it all by itself. You press one button on the back. It's just this.
Yeah. I was going to ask what the aware systems are.
Okay, so actually this is a good example. So I disconnected this box earlier. This was previously optimized to be a 3-box array in whatever angles it was. I took the power out of this one, so now these two are yellow because they are now not in their proper optimization because it wants to be 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so to re-optimize this, all I have to do, press and hold one of the encoder wheels. Now the bar turns green, and it's going to talk up to this one. Now that was right. Now it is re-optimized to be 2 boxes within this specific angle. It's that easy and fast. So I mean, this is. I mean, you can see value in this. Now, obviously, it's really super cool. It's a great piece of technology. It's really easy to use. But what does it sound like?
Right.
So I can't show that to you right here. There is a demo that's going to happen in a few minutes if you guys want to step into that. But I can tell you they sound fantastic. You're going to get a lot of really good distance in your throw. You got really great clarity in your high frequencies and your upper mids where your voice is. And you've got great low end extension on both models. Even the 8s, the smaller one, the 108s over there with an 8-inch woofer have an exceptionally low frequency range. So if you were to use them without a sub, you would still get a really nice full range reproduction out of that array. And a large part of that is not necessarily low frequency, but a large part of the extension and the clarity comes from our waveguide technology. Our engineers created what we call our leaf waveguide, which use these optimized pathways that allow the flare segment of that waveguide to be longer. So what that does is it keeps all of the audio content perfectly in phase as it travels through the waveguide. So by the time it gets to the exit, everything is perfectly time aligned and in phase. And what that does is it increases the driver sensitivity, which increases the throw, overall performance, and it gives you a lot more clarity and intelligibility in your high frequencies and your upper mids. So it is an exceptional piece of technology, and you could take that same waveguide, and you could put it in any loudspeaker. You could pair it with any driver, and you're gonna get immediate increase in performance out of that loudspeaker. You can't though because we have 2 patents on it. So you gotta listen to it.
You have to do QSC.
Yeah.
These speakers are smarter than all of us.
They are. They are. Yeah. It's fantastic.
That's right. And this is 112. So it's 112-inch
single 12-inch woofer. This one actually has 2 compression drivers, however.
Oh.
So yeah, so you do get an increase in high frequency extension out of the larger box. The 108 is an 8-inch single woofer with a single compression driver. So smaller, a little bit more tighter and compact with a tighter sound. Not quite as far of an extension, but still you can throw. I mean, if you get 6 of those up, 18 to 20 feet, you're gonna throw 180 feet. Before you're out of the pattern.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, congratulations on everything QSC is doing. This is really exciting for you guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Sticking with us at Full Compass here at NAMM 24.